Hi folks, and welcome to a little video on some exercises that you can do with a resistance band. And these exercises are going to be for our upper body. So we're going to have a look at one for your upper back, one for your chest, one for the front part of your arm, bicep, one for the rear, tricep, and also one to improve the strength in muscles in your hand and in your wrist and forearm, and also to improve the bone density in your wrist. So with all of these, we're going to use a chair, and as always, I'd like you to use a sort of kitchen style chair with a hard base and not a big lounge chair where you're going to be slumped down. So we're going to start with an exercise for your upper back. So this is the musculature at the top region here, either side of the spine. And this exercise is going to be important for improving your posture. So these muscles retract the shoulder blades and help us to maintain a nice posture, nice long spine, and stop our shoulders coming forward. So we're going to get ourselves seated. Now just before we start, I know some of you will have picked up your resistance band, and this red one is a medium strength. If you haven't used these before, these might seem quite tough, but remember at any point you can adjust the resistance by moving your hands or moving your feet to just ease off the resistance level. So whatever we're doing, if you find it too difficult, just adjust your grip position or adjust your feet position depending on the exercise we're doing, and you can reduce the resistance just a little bit. Now, this first one, upper back strengthening. So we're going to start by laying the resistance band just across your lap. We've come forward in the seat, so we're well away from the backrest. We've engaged our core, tummy pulled in towards the spine, and the first thing we're going to do is just run our hands in underneath the resistance band. And we want the hands to start position probably just under shoulder width apart, okay? Now, we're going to first pull to the side, and then we're going to pull the hands back so the resistance band just touches the tummy and no more, and we're really focusing on pushing those shoulder blades together in your upper back. Hold that position for 5 seconds, and then we're going to bring the hands back forward and ease off the pressure. Reset the hands, and again it's pull apart first and then pull back onto the tummy. Nice long spine, pushing the shoulder blades together. Hold for 5 seconds, and then hands and arms come forward, and we're just going to release off there. One more. I'm going to pull that apart, pull back onto the tummy. Nice steady breathing, guys. Count to 5, and then bring the hands forward and loosen that off. And you should already start to feel that in the upper back. The key thing here is to really try and squeeze those shoulder blades together in the contraction stage. So that's your upper back strengthener. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole exercise program here. We'd be here for a long time. But what we're after there is beginning with 6 to 8 repetitions, one set of 6 to 8, and as time goes on, we're going to gradually build up to 2 sets and maybe 3 sets of 10 going forward. But listen to your body, especially in the days after you've done the exercise, and just make sure everything's okay. If you start to get any residual pain from that exercise, then just ease back a little bit, maybe bring it down to 5 repetitions, or reduce the resistance that you're feeling through the band by maybe moving your hands a little bit further apart in the start position. So that's upper back strengthener. We're now going to move around to the front, because it's important that we give balance here. So we're not just always working the front or the back of the body, and we're going to work on the chest muscles here. And this is also going to work down the rear of your arms, your triceps. So it's going to be a pushing action. And we're going to make use of our seat again. Now, we're going to sort of swivel around here and run the resistance band around the back of the chair. Just be careful when you're swiveling on the chair here. We don't want anyone falling off. And then grab either side of the resistance band, back into that same position. So off the backboard and nice long spine. And your grip is going to be there, sort of ponytail style grip, okay? Don't wrap these bands around your hand or around your wrist or anything like that. They will cut into the blood supply quite quick, okay? So your start position is here. This is a chest press, and we're going to push forward and hold for 5 seconds. Now you won't be able to see there completely, but my arms are not completely locked out. They're just slightly soft at the elbow. Back slowly, and then push out and hold for 5. Nice big deep breaths. Core engaged all the time, head high, chin up on a shelf, and bring back slowly. So as I say, this is work in the pectorals, chest muscles, and the muscles in the rear of your arms, your triceps. Also known as the bingo wings. Again, we're holding for 5, and then bring that back nice and slow. So to increase the resistance here, you would just take your hands further back on the resistance band, and you'll find that that is a bit tougher then. Or if you were finding that difficult, you could ease off just by bringing your hands right near the front. Make sure you've got enough to actually grip onto and push out. And again, just hold for 5 seconds and then ease off nice and slow. Okay, and I'll just show you that from the side. So that's just going to go around the back. Try to get it central, that will make it easier for you. You can see I'm not near the back of the chair. I've walked my bum forward a little bit, so I'm not reliant on the backboard. And from there, it's a push forward, avoid locking out the elbows, good posture the whole way through, hold for 5 seconds, and then bring that back slow. So it's very much like traditional chest press. So we've got machinery in gyms where you push a bar out, or if you were using a barbell lying on your back, you'd be doing the same thing, pushing the bar out. So that's one for back and one for chest. The upper back strengthener, by the way, guys, if you just want to see quickly from the side, is beginning with a pull apart and then pull the elbows back. We're pulling that band onto the lower part of your tummy, holding that for 5 seconds, and then the hands come forward and release off. I did say I would do that from the side, I forgot. Now then, we're going to move on to front and back of the arms, and I just need to reposition that seat because you need to see what's going on with my feet here. So we're going to start with a bicep curl. We're going to work one side of the body at a time here. So we're going to place the resistance band on the ground, and we want both feet on top of it. You're then going to take a sort of hammer style grip onto the band, okay? And again, you can adjust the resistance by moving the hand up or down the band in terms of your start position. So take your grip, good posture, and from there we're going to curl the arm up, hold for 5 seconds, and then release off slowly. Curl up, hold for 5, and you should feel this in the upper arm at the front, your bicep. And then ease off slowly. So it's important that we do have both feet on the resistance band here, or it might give way. Hold for 5, and then ease away slowly. So with all these exercises, we're going to start with 6 to 8 repetitions. Here it would be on both sides, one set of 6 to 8, and then going forward we're going to try and lift that up to 2 and 3 sets of 10. And we're going to work the other side. It's just the opposite movement. So resistance band on the floor, lay it out flat, and then you've got more purchase on it. Take your grip, and from there just curl up and 5, and then release away slowly. So again, to make that easier, I would just bring my hand up here, and to make it tougher, I might reach further down. So listen to your body and act accordingly. Make sure you can feel it, but make sure you're not in a lot of pain, and make sure in the days after you're not in a lot of pain. That would be a sign that you push things a wee bit too hard. Now, for the back of the arm, the tricep, I'm just going to orientate the seat a little bit differently so you can see from the side. Now, in terms of your foot placement, very much similar to what we've just done. So we're going to lay that out flat on the floor, fairly close to the seat. So 90 degrees at the knees. And this time, we're going to take a ponytail grip, okay? So thumb facing down towards your foot. Take your grip, good posture. And this time, we're going to just take the arm back and hold for 5 seconds. And you should feel this in the back of the arm here. So forward slowly, take the arm back, hold for 5 seconds, trying to maintain good posture all the time, guys. So there's a tendency to want to lean forward here, so make sure that this isn't happening. And we use our upper body as a counterbalance. We have to make sure that core is really engaged tight. And if you do find it too difficult, again, just shift the hand up a little bit further, ease the resistance, take that right back, hold for 5 seconds, and then ease off. If that starts to become too easy, you would just work your hand down a bit further. And again, we're going to begin with 6 to 8 repetitions on each side, and then build up to 2 and 3 sets of 10 going forward. So that's one for the tricep. And finally, I mentioned at the start, we're going to do one to improve the strength in muscle tissue in your hand, your forearm, and in the bone density of your wrist. So again, I'm just going to come forward a little bit for this one. This is called a wrist strengthener. So this time, we're going to take your resistance band, fold it across and across again. Now this is obviously going to make it very strong. Okay, so there's minimal movement here. And again, sitting upright on the chair, good posture, and we're going to take a grip with one hand above the other. We're going to start with the elbows out to the side, and then we're going to grip hard first, twist the elbows back towards the body, and then attempt to pull apart the resistance band as much as we can, pulling the hands away from each other, hold for 5 seconds, and then release off and bring the elbows forward. Reset the hands, grip tight, twist the elbows back towards the body, and then pull apart and hold for 5. So it's minimal movement here, but this is really engaging muscles in your forearm and in your hand, and it's really helping to strengthen up the bone tissue in your wrist region, which is an area that we really neglect quite often. Okay, so finally one more. Grip hard, twist, and then pull apart. And again, we'll be looking for 6 to 8 repetitions here, guys, building up to 2 and 3 sets of 10 going forward. And don't worry about that minimal movement. As you can see, I can barely get these apart. If you want to, you could just go with the band doubled over. You will have a bit of residual band hanging around, but same idea, twist and then pull apart. You see, I can get that a wee bit further apart, but the distance you can pull this apart doesn't really matter. The main emphasis here is making sure that we're loading up the bone in the wrist, and that we're stressing the muscle tissue in the forearm and in your hand. So hopefully this will improve your grip strength as well, which is really good for taking jars off lids, stuff like that. So I hope that was helpful. This little video obviously combines well with the video that I did showing you 3 exercises for the legs as well, using the resistance band. And going forward on the website, we'll also be posting up further exercises of the day, which involve the use of the resistance band. But that gives you a little bit to be going on with in the meantime. As always, guys, stay safe. And if you are watching this on the YouTube channel and you haven't already subscribed, please do so to our YouTube channel. It helps us a lot when we're talking to potential funders in terms of how engaged people are with our online activities at this challenging time. So I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, guys, and hope you enjoy those exercises.